to Homestead Reptile, and today I'm extremely excited to show you guys these two adorable babies that just hatched out. So this footage is of them basically about 14 hours out of the egg. So you can see here just two little babies. You can see they're healthy little babies. They're chunky. They're well formed. There's nothing physically wrong with these little babies. They have excellent structure so far. So when I've mentioned before, that you can kind of tell out of the egg if the structure is going to be good or not. We can look at the back. The back never really changes. So they have a nice wide back. They have a nice wide neck, a nice flat neck. Everything looks good, and their heads are going to be good as well. They look really, really good. So these guys come from Mud, my favorite gecko. I've also called him my ugliest gecko. But he has a lot of personality, and he has some fantastic just genetics. He just doesn't express it very well. Was not a great mixing idea between those two parents. But these guys are absolutely adorable. And as I have witnessed them change within a very short period of time. So these guys hatched out 5/17/2024. So they've only been alive for a few days now, as of filming this, and they are already going through some major changes just within this short period of time, from hatching to still being pretty much infant crested geckos. So you can see on this one right here, there's a lot. You can see the really, really tiny white speckles. That's portholing. The kind of browner one also has that portholing going on. The brownish looking one right here on my finger also has a lot of spots, and here's Mud right here. So this is their father, and Mud is he's my favorite geckos. He has a fantastic personality, and this is their mother, Obsidian Butterfly. She's known to throw some really intense black coloration and some really good spots. She's a really nice gecko all around as well. So these two have some really fun genetics going on. Phantoms, one looks like it's going to lean more towards the red spectrum. It's very, very bright, but we will have to wait to see as it ages, because I've had a lot of geckos that start red and end up black, but I've also had geckos that start darker and end up red. It's kind of tricky with blacks, to be honest. So I'm going to assume they're going to lean more on the red from what I'm seeing, but we'll have to really see as they age. They're definitely going to develop portholes, which I want to have portholes in my dark projects. They're definitely gaining a lot of spots, especially at this age. This is the spottiest baby right here. And again, this is a few hours old right here, like 14 hours when I filmed this. Fantastic little babies. They have that chunky little baby body going on. Really, really nice. Super cute. Baby crested geckos are a lot of fun. You can kind of see that white speckling a little bit more on the sides right there. So what I've noticed with these little babies compared to my other babies, they're really chill. They're really relaxed. They're taking a lot of that personality from Bud, I feel, who is a super relaxed gecko. He doesn't care I pick him up. He doesn't care that I use him as basically my prop gecko. I use him as a lot of my thumbnails because I can put a little tinfoil hat on him. I can put him in a tiny chair. I can put him next to a book. He's a fantastic prop gecko. I can feed him and he'll eat on command. He's an amazing gecko. His personality is amazing. I would say Mud has the best personality I've ever had in any crested gecko. I love him. He's just not as stunning as a lot of my other really, really nice crested geckos, but my really, really nice crested geckos have poopy personalities. They're just skittish, fearful, and I've worked with them. They're just never going to be a very handleable gecko. And I find it interesting you can technically breed for personality as well as looks. So that's kind of fun to have in there. So you can see this is 2 days old. You can see how much this guy has fired up. Really, really red. And you can see that portholing a little bit better, developing more spots. You can kind of see that portholing. Really, really nice. You can see a lot of the spots coming through. But I think this is going to be a fantastic, fantastic baby. There's dozens of these little portholes all over its body. You see it as it steps over its sibling. The one with less spots has actually quite a few more larger spots of white, some portholes. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to go on with these guys. But adorable babies, super cute. These two are going to be holdbacks. I have a few other clutches from this pair, but I'm just really excited. They're really gorgeous. It's like a very deep brick red. We'll have to see as it ages. I don't know if it will keep the red, if it'll go more black, more red, but it's a lot of fun raising baby crested geckos. It's a lot of work. There's some troubleshooting. They are very delicate at this age, but this is a look at a newborn baby crested gecko, and this is them 4 days old. You can see this guy's developed a few more spots. Pretty much about the same. You're not going to see any major developments at this age. The only thing I would say is major is the amount of spots this guy's been developing as it sheds. But eating well, drinking well, doing gecko stuff well. I hope this was an interesting video for you guys. Like and subscribe and leave a comment.